Hey everyone, Rob here from Gunfather Milsim. I was recently on a CQB subreddit, which is a group on Reddit that basically discusses CQB theory and whatnot. A lot of good industry professionals on there, a lot of good discussion. Well, one of the members there posted a CQB test or a question. He posted a picture of a room and asked everybody to explain how they would clear it with a six-man team, just standard tactics, no wall breaching or anything crazy like that. I thought it was a pretty interesting question. And on a side note, I've been playing a game called Door Kickers, which is a SWAT simulator. It's several years old, but it's an excellent kind of teaching tool for learning angles and flow methods and basically CQB tactics. It's a really good trainer. So on Door Kickers, there is a subsection where you can design your own level. So basically what it is, I designed that test in the game and then ran some scenarios and threw some bad guys in there just for fun because it's a lot of fun. After I completed it, I realized it was probably a pretty good training tool, and after the time I spent putting it together, I thought, oh, what the hell, let's put a video together on the channel so you guys can see it and hopefully learn from the scenario this guy put together. And here it is.
Charge in position. Cops are here. Got one. On contact. No contact. No contact. Flash out. Take him down. In position. No contact. Take him down. Looks clear. On target. On target. Moving. Flash out. Take him down.
Good job. We're done here.
Lock and load.
So now I'm going to go over this point by point. Now, for starters, let's talk about why this structure is so challenging. One, it's a center fed right off the bat, which isn't that big a deal. The issue is that in this first room, you're exposed to 1, 2, 3, 4 angles of attack from defenders, and 3 of those angles are deep angles where the attacker is potentially hidden beyond 2 pieces of cover, kind of in a deep secondary room. It's a very difficult thing to accomplish because essentially you have 4 positions that you have to put bodies in covering all those angles at pretty much the same time, or somebody's back is going to be exposed to a dangerous angle. Now we're going to do an explosive breach at the door because honestly it's cool, and then we're going to clear as much of that room from the door as we can. We're not going to run in right away. We're going to give that breach point a second to breathe, engage the targets we can before stepping into that threat zone. The vast majority of assaults happen at the initial breach point, which is why, contrary to popular belief, we don't want to rush through it right off the bat. We want to take a moment to assess it before we run in. So this is the most difficult part of the clear here, where we're trying to get guys in all 4 of those positions at the same time. And you can see, even though it's a simulator where I can control these guys' motions, down to the minute detail, we still managed to get engaged from a guy on the right, and he got a shot off on our team. I'll be honest, real world, even an extremely high-level team, sight unseen, is going to have a hard time playing this first room flawlessly. It's just extremely difficult to coordinate that many people moving through a structure that they've never seen before with that many exposures at once. It's just not very likely that they're going to read it correctly and set up correctly. But this was my solution in this scenario.
No contact.
So now we're moving deeper into the structure, and 2 of our operators are going to establish kind of security positions where they're going to hold down lanes to protect the flanks of the 4 officers doing the clearing. There's one on the top who's going to hold down the hallway to the right, and another one on the bottom who's going to hold the hallway up above him. Of these 2, the one doing the bulk of the work is the one on the top there, because there's just more exposures that he's observing. He's got 1, 2, 3 theoretical spots where people can come out from. So from here we can see our team on the left who's going to clear this top left room is they split the door because the door is closed and they can cross that door with concealment, relatively low threat for what they gain in being able to attack from 2 different angles. Our other team starts doing their clearing process on the right here, clearing as much as the room as they can from the threshold. Once they enter that first room, the officer who was providing long cover in the hallway really isn't providing much of a service to anybody anymore. So he's going to join up with that team as a third person in that element because he's just more useful there, and he's not really providing any security to the team that the other security officer isn't doing a better job of providing.
No contact. Flash out. Take him down.
So our team on the left deploys a flashbang, does a threshold assault in that room. One error here is that they didn't engage the guy at the top center of the room before they made entry. That's the fault of the programmer, namely me. When you're inputting directions to these guys in the simulator, you really got to tell them exactly what you want them to do, or they will miss obvious things like the guy standing in the center of the room. It is what it is. So our team on the right has moved up to their link-up point in the hallway. Our officer providing long cover in the hallway can no longer do his job because they've polluted it. So now he's going to move up and join that team, making a 4-man clearing element for the remaining 2 rooms.
No contact.
Now this is a critical point here. The first officer in this remaining clearing team is going to step into the threshold of that open door to cover the flank of the 2-man team moving up to the closed door on the right. In this case, there was a hostile in that room, and it was good that he moved to that position because he was able to protect their flank and engage that target.
Looks clear. On.
At this point, our officers are ready to assault these last 2 rooms. They've split the doors on both rooms. Meanwhile, our other team on the left here is pretty much out of the fight. Although they could technically assault the room to their right via the closed door, it's a no-go because that would create a blue-on-blue situation with the other team approaching from the right. Assaulting a room from 2 different angles is great if it's a L ambush, like a right angle, but when it's going to create a crossfire, it's a no-go. So they are stuck just holding security on that closed door in case anybody runs out of it.
Target. On target. Flash out.
So our 2 remaining clearing teams deploy flashbangs, and they both clear their rooms. And the team on the right engages a hostile in the hard corner. And with that, we are done.
Good job. We're done here.
So that's it for my solution to the CQB test. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm probably going to use Door Kickers more in the future for showing you guys examples of things and stuff and using it as a teaching tool. Don't worry, I'm not getting rid of the marker board. I'm still going to use that. Additionally, I'm still selling Gunfather Milsim patches, $8 a piece. Get a hold of me on my Facebook page if you want them. I got a few left. I just sent one to Germany this morning. So hope you guys enjoyed my content. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.